Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it looks like it's game over for Paramount. It looks like Warner Brothers is going to go with Netflix. That means, well, it means I believe some very bad things for the entertainment industry, given Netflix's lack of interest in theatrical. And
yeah, I mean, I get it. Honestly, I don't really care. That sounds terrible.
Yeah,
I get it. I mean, theaters are good and everything, and I think that, theatricals, I wouldn't want to see theaters go because they're like a big part of our culture and have been for years. But I'm also kind of like, at this point, do we really need them anymore?
Well,
it's kind of like VHS and DVD.
Arcades and
DVD's coming back, but you know what I'm saying. It just as technology progresses, things go away. People are mad about it, but I don't see how it's going to make a difference because Hollywood did it to themselves with their quick to streaming from release date during COVID, and it just kind of just snowballed. So I don't think it's all, the fault of Netflix.
Hollywood did to themselves too, releasing year after year movies that audiences rejected, and now audiences only go to the theater to basically go see a sure thing. That's
just it. They only go if it's like a must-see event, or even movies that are being re-released. People are going like crazy to see those.
And that kind of reminds me of being people that owned an arcade. It reminds me of end stage arcade culture, where it used to be everybody went to the arcade every weekend, played games, every game. But then once the consoles caught up, the home consoles caught up, most people stayed at home and they would only go to the arcade to play the event games, the Street Fighters and the gun games and the Dance Dance Revolution, the stuff you couldn't replicate as easily at home, or it became a social thing, but wasn't like I was at the arcade every weekend. And then people were sad. They're like, well, arcades disappeared. And it's like, well, it wasn't sustainable. That's not enough people were interested.
Stuff changes, and I hate to say it, but it's good. Things are going to change. Hollywood's very upset, obviously.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
I guess my thing is I have a less vested interest in it than Hollywood does. I mean, I know you're more interested in it than I am, but I just think they're going to win. Netflix is going to win. It seems like there's been a leaning towards them since day one, which does scream kind of, hey, maybe something was going on behind the scenes, but
Well, yeah, because apparently Zaslav was going to get like a massive golden parachute with the Netflix deal. So that's
if he didn't get enough money before that.
That's what he was brought in to do. Like, you guys don't understand. He was not brought in to save Warner Brothers. He was brought in to give it curbside appeal, to flip it. That's what they did with it. Yeah. So we're going to talk about this, and then we're going to talk about Trump family drama around this whole situation. And Jared Kushner is pulling out of the deal, and Trump's mad, and it's this whole thing is going to be a shit show. Now that's if it actually goes through, because Trump does not want Netflix to get Warner Brothers, because I believe Trump wants CNN to be shut down. So he might put pressure on the regulators to not let this go through. I don't know.
It could be. I mean, it could be, because it seems like he's really, he's mad at CBS now and a bunch of other stuff.
He's mad at the world. Let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you'll get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to more.clownfishtv.com. That's moreclownfishtv.com for more Clownfish TV. And, Netflix, if you wanted to give us, umpteen $1 billion for Clownfish TV, we might consider it.
They're not gonna.
You could race swap us. You could gender swap us.
They flushed money on less, but
I would make a fantastic sassy black woman. So I'm okay with it. Netflix.
That's appropriation. You can't do that.
Well, not if you recast me. Anyway. This is coming from the LA Times. Warner Brothers rejects Paramount's hostile bid, accuses Ellison family of failing to put money into the deal. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So Warner Brothers Discovery sharply rejected Paramount's hostile offer. They were going to do a hostile takeover, remember? They're going to go to the board directly, then the shareholders, alleging the $108 billion deal carries substantial risk because the Larry Ellison family has failed to put real money behind its bid for Warner's legendary movie studio, HBO and CNN. They were going to go get Saudi money.
Yes, but I guess some of the problems with that was that with the way the deal's set up, the assets can be taken out and sold at any time by the partners, which could leave like whole divisions gone. I guess that was part of it. And then they said they weren't giving them enough time. It was going to drag on the approval process, and they weren't giving them enough time to and they were freezing them up from paying their bills and stuff. They said.
Yeah, that's not good to be like, oh yeah, we're going to pay you whatever. And this happens before. I've heard of companies actually being acquired by other organizations, and then the deal wouldn't get, like, they would already sign it over, and then like all the funds wouldn't materialize the way they're supposed to. And it's like, what do you do? Yeah, at that point, it's already, I mean, you can default and then you go court and all that, but it takes, years to work it out. Paramount has consistently misled Warner Brothers shareholders that its proposed transaction has a full backstop from the Ellison family. They said Warner Brothers Discovery's board wrote, to the shareholders. It does not, never has. Warner's board voted unanimously to reject the hostile bid, concluding it was not in the best interest of shareholders. Because Zaslav wants his payout. All these execs are getting massive golden parachutes. For Warner, what was missing was a clear declaration from Paramount that the Ellison family had agreed to commit funding for the deal. Okay, Paramount last week told Warner stockholders that it would pay them $30 a share or $78 billion for the entire company. Paramount has also said it would absorb Warner's debt, making the overall deal valued at $108 billion. Paramount disputed Warner's contention that the Ellison family had not come through with the needed financial guarantees. We remain.
Well, I thought they said that the family themselves were backing the $5 billion.
That's what I thought too. It sounds like
they're not. That's what they were saying.
Yeah. But they're saying no, that wasn't the deal. They said we remain committed to bringing together two iconic Hollywood studios. Paramount Chairman and Chief Executive David Ellison said Wednesday, reaffirming Paramount's strategy to take its case. So they're going directly to shareholders. So the board said no, but they're actually going to do an end run around, go to the shareholders. We're going to continue to move forward to deliver this transaction, which is in the best interest of Warner Brothers shareholders, consumers, and the creative industries. And yeah, so here's where the problems were, right? This board members said they were concerned that Paramount's financing appeared shaky, and that the Ellison family's assurances were far from ironclad. Instead, Paramount's proposal contained gaps, loopholes, and limitations, including troubling caveats such as saying in documents that Paramount reserved the right to amend the offer in any respect. Oh, that's not good. The Warner board argued that shareholders could be left holding the bag. Netflix touted its winning cash and stock bid in a separate letter to Warner shareholders. I mean, look, Netflix has that money in the couch cushions, right? I mean, it's just like they could get it, no problem. Ted Sarandos said, yeah, our deal structure is clean and certain with committed debt financing from leading institutions. There are no contingencies, no foreign sovereign wealth funds, and no stock collateral or personal loans. We're a scaled company with a $400+ billion market cap and a strong investment grade balance sheet.
Yeah, but you had to take a lot of loans from banks.
Yes, they still had to take a lot of loans. I mean, it's so weird because Warner Brothers, like, nobody wanted Warner Brothers, right? They got passed around.
I know,
like,
right?
Now all of a sudden it's like the hottest thing in town. Like, oh my God, guys, Warner Brothers. Got to get Warner Brothers. Nobody wanted their shit. Nobody wanted their movies for a while. I mean, last year or two, the movies have done pretty well, but up into that, like, nobody really wanted them for anything. But yeah,
I'm sorry, I was laughing. No one really wanted certain people either until they changed their name to Bonnie, and now all the guys are lining up. So I'm just saying.
In regulatory filings, Paramount has disclosed that for the equity portion of the deal, it planned to rely on $24 billion from sovereign wealth funds representing the royal families of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. This week, Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner's Affinity Partners private equity firm, pulled out of the financing. So they need more than $60 billion in debt financing. So it just sounds like it's really like, it sounds like they're really just trying to like duct tape this thing together.
Yeah, it does sound like it's falling apart. It does, at this point in time, the Netflix deal sounds more secure. Even though it's a lot of loans, it's starting to sound more and more secure. It's going to go to Netflix. I think that's what they wanted the whole time. They're going to find any excuse, any reason to make sure Netflix gets it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. And I think this deal has been sealed for a while. And hey, I was only half joking when I said, well, now we know why Snape is black. Because it was going to go. Yeah. I think they were looking at this the whole time. They were looking at Netflix appeal. I really think they were. That's why they're putting all their eggs into like the Max basket and the HBO originals. Why are we doing Harry Potter as a series instead of a movie? What's the most bankable? Oh, yeah, Wednesday did good, so Harry Potter again will do good, and that's what I think they're looking to do, and just make it as appealing as possible. Oh, we've got the Superman movie, but we're also doing the Peacemaker series, and we're pushing that really. Wouldn't you like a Peacemaker series there, Netflix? Sure you would. Sure you would. That's what I think's going on.
Probably.
But apparently there's like all kinds of craziness going on with Trump. Because look, Trump wants CNN gone. He wants CNN gone or dismissed or whatever. He has a huge axe to grind with them. And I mean, who doesn't? CNN's like dog shit now, but whatever. So he's got to try to either kill the Netflix deal himself or something. But he said repeatedly that he wants his buddies, the Ellisons, to have it. So this is coming from Fortune. So whatever. Trump turns on CBS. Jared Kushner, that's his son-in-law, pulls out, and Paramount's hostile bid for Warner Brothers shows sign of collapse. So this is what did he say about this? He said, yeah, he lashed out CBS News, which I thought he liked CBS News.
No, he's mad at them because they got far worse. They didn't do what he wanted since earlier this year, because they said they were going to go back to center, and now he's mad about that apparently.
Just hours after Trump's latest lash out at CBS News, accusing the Paramount-owned network of treating him far worse since this new ownership took over.
But that's the thing. I'm like, why were they supposed to treat you either? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that is the question, isn't it? So Kushner pulled his Affinity Partners private equity firm out of the Warner Brothers bid, as reports swirled that the Looney Tunes studio planned to reject the star-topped mountain. What? The star-topped mountain. For those people that think I am close with the new owners of CBS, please understand that 60 Minutes has treated me far worse since the so-called takeover than they ever have treated me before. If they are friends, I'd hate to see my enemies.
Well, dang.
So that's his lashing out. I don't know. But yeah, they put Barry Weiss in charge, and they were talking if they got CNN, they'd put her in charge of that too, which is so weird. She was like an editor at the New York Times, and then she starts a blog, and they paid $150 million for a blog, and they put her in charge of CBS News. I mean, look, I'm not trying to look. If you can do it, she's from Pittsburgh, right? If you can do it, right? You get that bag.
We get shit done over here, though.
That's true. There are a lot. You would be shocked. Maybe not that shocked, but you might be surprised at how many successful Hollywood types, successful executives started out in Western Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. Even Mr. Rogers.
We get shit done.
Jim Shooter. Who else do we got? Lou Scheimer from Filmation.
Yeah, I was going to say Filmation guy was, yeah.
Yeah, so many. Michael Keaton. He's from Pittsburgh. Everybody's from Pittsburgh. Anyway, so it's not looking good. They said David Ellison's repeatedly highlighted his ties to Trump. He installed Barry Weiss. So the outburst disrupted the calculus by openly distancing himself from Paramount and criticizing his flagship news division. The president stripped the bid of the most implicit advantage, the perception of regulatory goodwill. Almost immediately after the Post circulated, Affinity announced it was exiting the deal, citing a shift in investment dynamics amid competition from Netflix. Now reports indicate that Warner Brothers plans to reject the hostile bid. Well, the board does, but not necessarily the shareholders. I think it's over. I think this is done. Netflix is going to get it. I mean, that's it. And what that's going to mean for entertainment, I have no freaking idea. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think that we'll get a lot of shitty Netflix Batman shows. But I don't think they care about DC Comics as a publisher. I think they're going to outsource it. I think they'll outsource DC Comics.
A lot of places are outsourcing comics because they don't want to deal with them.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with people in comics either. Let's be real here. But Netflix, all their stuff goes through Dark Horse right now. So that could be the Batman comics are coming to you from Dark Horse here in another year or two. I'm just saying that's a possibility.
Yeah, that's a very good possibility.
We're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.